My name's Shaun Farrugia. I do guitars and vocals for thrash. I'd guess I'd call us a thrash death metal band in Malice's Wake these days. A while back we started, I'd say, a bit more of a old school thrash band, but over the course of recording maybe the last 5 albums, we've definitely gone into a much heavier death infused. So yeah, we've been kicking it for about 20 years now, and we're super Metal for the Mountains. It's our last gig for the year, and everything I've heard seems to indicate that it's super well attended. It's a bit of a hub for all the regional towns, and it's supposed to absolutely go off. I had a few friends played it last year and said it's it's the regional one to go to. So really, really excited. And it'll be my first time there.
Yeah, fantastic. Shaun, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure, man. It's great to chat.
Oh, likewise, bro. So, as you say, In Malice's Wake are appearing at Metal in the Mountains in Beechworth on May the 29th. So, you just gave the festival a bit of a rap, mate. But I've heard it's actually in a beautiful part of the world. I've never been to Beechmont, but
Yeah, Beechworth. It's been years since I've been there, but from memory, it's just a very sort of idyllic, regional Victorian town. I can't remember what it looks like because the last time I was there, I was a kid, man. So I'm actually just really looking forward to going back for a visit. Living regionally myself at the moment. Just moved to a place called Chewton, which is near Castlemaine in Victoria. Just very much in the zone of enjoying, quieter towns, but with a lot of underground music and metal and things like that happening. So yeah, it's going to be a great trip.
yeah. And it also features Frankenbok, Coach Sharman, Whisperhead, and more, mate. So, have you played with all of the bands before?
Yeah, I was just having a look through. There's a lot of bands that are new. Obviously, Frankenbok, have been around for ages, as have we, and we've definitely played a few bills together. So it's been probably for maybe 2 to 3 years since I've seen Frankenbok live. So I'm definitely keen to catch them. Seen Goat Shaman's name pop up everywhere, and I know those dudes are killing it. I believe there's a band called I think it's Oblivion who do pretty old school heavy, death metal, and so do Sufferance, and so both those bands are right up my alley. Sort of like to do a bit of research before going to a show like this, because it's sort of nice to know what to expect, and reach out and just say good day to the other bands in advance. But yeah, even Whisperhead are sort of I think they call themselves like almost heavy sort of like a new metal kind of quite groove based thing. So I'm pretty open minded when it comes to styles, and I just love seeing a lineup that features bands from a big range of genres. So it doesn't feel like the same thing all night. The lineup looks sick. I know the Saralisse on there as well. I'm a little less familiar with them. I believe they're from Queensland. And ESP Mayhem, and they're a little bit unfamiliar to me too. So there's going to be a lot of new shit to check out, and it's going to be a real good excuse for a road trip. And the lineup looks stunning, and heard the atmosphere and the buzz at this festival in particular is pretty special.
Yeah, you actually raised a good point there, mate. Like, festivals these days are starting to have a bit more of a diverse lineup. Back in the old days, it was either all thrash or all death or all the same. But I think the fact that they're going diverse these days, it sort of helps open up things a lot better.
Yeah, that's right, and just keeps the day a bit fresh. I really miss Metal for the Brain back in the early 2000s, because you'd go to a show like that and there would be just so many different bands. You'd see, I don't know, Lord playing next to Hobbs Angel of Death, next to Fuck I'm Dead doing their grindcore. It was just a full day where you'd see all these world class bands, but the vibe and the range of things to see, there'd always be something interesting happening. So I quite like a diverse festival lineup, and this is like a mini festival, but even within the 8 bands, there's quite a lot of different ground covered. And so yeah, I'm the same. It keeps your day fresh. You don't feel like you're watching the same blast beat for 8 hours straight, and I think it's a really good thing.
Yeah, and another major thing to note too is that it's an all-Australian lineup. Like, how important is it for the Australian heavy music scene to have things like this that don't rely on just the international bands?
Well, I think it's I think in the underground metal scene here in Australia, there's quite a strong understanding of just the quality that we have locally. Especially when you start to include interstate bands, we really have enough great talent where I think you can pull off a full festival lineup of only Australian bands. It's when you have a couple of international bands in the mix, like the New Dead in Adelaide always had a couple of, we were lucky enough to play with Napalm Death one year and, Goat Whore or whatever. So like throwing international bands into the mix with Aussie bands of really high caliber, I don't know, it feels great as well. But for me, there's something about knowing that a festival can be successful, well supported, and just an awesome thing to check out. Fans that are grown here too.
Yeah, and the other thing about it too, bro, is it's family friendly. So you can take the kiddies along and introduce them to metal as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's really good. There's definitely less opportunities for all ages experiences and things like that, and I love a wild metal show as well, but there's something about the feel of a metal show that even though it's wild, something about it. There's a bit of like an animal spirit that sort of gets unleashed at a show like this, and I think that's a bit universal. You'll see kids and they'll hear a riff, hear something heavy, especially like AC/DC or whatever, and kids just know to go like bananas to it. It's a universal thing, and I don't think you ever really grow out of it. So to have some young kids along for this will be a privilege too. I've been lucky to be doing a little bit of guitar teaching this year, and one of the students I've got up here near Castlemaine, he's in Guildford actually. He's coming along with his dad to this show, and this will be his first live metal show. So I'm looking forward to seeing him up there, and sort of help giving him his first like live metal experience. So it's the sort of thing where I feel like it's this thing that will always be around. But I remember my first shows when I was a teenager, not super underage. I was, I think, maybe 15, 16 on my first metal show. But you do remember that stuff, and it has an impression on you. And here I am, Jesus, like, I don't know, it's got to be close to 25, 30 years later, and I'm still, wasting my life recording death metal and going to shows. So it really leaves an impression, and I think it's important to have young people there too.
Most definitely. So what can fans expect from in Malice's Wake set at Metal in the Mountains?
We have our 5th album coming out early next year called The Profound Darkness, and we are doing 2 new songs off that. So we've just started playing them live. I reckon they're among our strongest and heaviest material yet, if that's not an incredibly cliche thing to say, but in this case it's very true. We've been whipping them out the last few shows and they've gone down extremely well. But for anyone that's not familiar with any of our catalogue, we've been doing this so long where we can really just let go and enjoy ourselves in the process of playing live. We always put on a hell of a show. The music's made for a live arena. It's it's hyper aggressive, but it's sharp, it's punchy, it's memorable. We have had some of the most violent mosh pits that I can remember. And you know what? It's been the last couple of shows that the people have been a little bit quieter. So I'm hoping in a regional town, people are really ready to cut loose. And if I know anything of my mates that are regional based, it's going to be a pretty wild time. Our guitarist and bass player Carl and Lee grew up in Albury Wodonga, so I'm hoping some of their friends are making the road trip over, and it'll be like a bit of a pilgrimage and sharing this sort of music with our friends on a road trip. I think our music's perfect for this type of arena, and just really great. Really looking forward to getting out and having a great show with some great people.
Nice. And one of the benefits of festivals is you get to see bands that you might not have heard or seen otherwise. So say someone's come along Metal in the Mountains and they haven't heard in Malice's Wake before, like what 3 songs are yours should they listen to get an idea of what to expect?
Yeah, get a bit of a cross-section. I'd say listen to The Blindness of Faith, which is our most recent album. I say most recent, it was about 5 years ago, so we're well overdue for a new one. But yeah, I'd pick out The Blindness of Faith. Amongst our more heavy songs, something like Hear the Howls or Light Upon the Wicked, the title track from the album before. And we do a bit more sort of old school traditional thrash as well. So something like Endless Possession will probably give you a pretty good cross section of what we do. But we've got everything up online. We've got a live DVD that we've published online as well. So that'll give people a pretty good impression of what the live show looks and feels like too.
Nice. Now, you mentioned your new album, The Profound Darkness, which comes out early next year. So what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that one, we sort of went into it. You always try to top your most recent release, and we've sort of been going in a direction where there is a much more death metal influence, bit of a black metal atmosphere and darkness that's mixed into thrash, and over the years it's just become our sound. So for this album we've pushed pretty hard into that too. But there's been a few sort of new influences and things that we've tried. I've been primarily the main sort of, I guess, the songwriter for over the years generally. But on this album, our drummer Mark sort of wrote, I think, 3 of the songs drums first, which for us is a bit of a departure because we've always, gone guitars first. And he's gone pretty wild with it. It's for a lot of it really reminds me of the first 2 Deicide albums, which are pretty wild on the drums, pretty off the wall, and then we've sort of written guitars around that, and the vocals have come after it. So there's definitely a lot more of the things that we love in this, and it's just it's a nasty album. There's a few surprises for anyone that's heard us over the years. It leans a bit more into the old school black and death metal, whilst it still sounds like a modern thrash band, but it's probably at the heaviest edge of what you could imagine that sounding like. So it's a progression. It's definitely anyone that's like the harder edge of what we've done in the past will definitely love this. It's 9 songs. We had 11 recorded, and was trying to work out the running order of them, and it just felt like a few things were dragging. So I said to the guys, I think we need to cut a couple of these. So they all would have been something I'd be happy to have the album, but we chopped 2 of them and left the best 9, and it's really, I believe, start to finish the strongest thing that we've ever done. So I'm pretty excited to have it out. It's been a long time just being worked on and recorded, etc. We've been trying to get the video sorted this year, and the process is just elongated. So it's at this point now where we're just dying to get it out. First bunch of months of next year that'll be landing. Just organising sort of label things at this last point. So it's going to be a ripper. We've got 2 videos already done for it. Masters have been here for a couple months, and it sounds phenomenal. It's the best we've ever sounded. So just really excited to have it out. So many people have been asking, where it's at. So it's exciting to be at the tail end of that.
Fantastic. And where can people keep up to date on when it is coming out and stuff?
We're probably most active on our Facebook page, Facebook and Instagram. We're pretty regular with that. YouTube channel probably needs a little bit of a kick in the ass, but we're probably most active via those 2 channels, and we're definitely up for a chat about music, and it's great getting to know people through there as well.
Fantastic, Shaun. Well, thanks very much for your time, bro. The album The Profound Darkness is out next year, and Malice's Wake are at Metal in the Mountains, November the 29th. So have yourself a good rest of the year, bro, and catch up with you soon.
Thank you very much, man. Great to speak to you. Thanks for the help.